My Gavan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I am Arakir Galadurthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Dol Amroth in our Total War Submod. There were no alliances and there were no enemies preset at the start of this game. Everyone was neutral to everyone. But you join me as Harad have basically been defeated. We're just mopping them up in the south with Adriel. I'm trying to keep him in a slightly more safe location to try and outdo all of those who deign to suggest that all I do is get my generals killed. However, we're allied to Gondor and we are trying to save them from now Rohan. We were at the beginning, or for a time in this campaign, we were allied to Rohan and we were at war with Gondor. However, we have since changed our colours. The Númenórean Empire will rise and all will fall before us. Now, I did want to fight Gondor mostly just so that the campaign didn't follow the standard Dol Amroth campaigns. But now that we've got to the point where we basically defeated Gondor, I wanted to change it up, and I also did want to ally with Gondor so that I don't have to fight against Isengard. So we've gone allied with Gondor, and Rohan, though, kicked up the war against us. The Blue Wizards have gone to Khand. Now, I did see a comment that suggested in the Total War campaigns, should the Blue Wizard script not be turned off? And I don't think so, because it adds... If you play as Khand, it adds another interesting facet to your gameplay. Because let's not forget that while this campaign is inherently different purely because obviously there are no preset alliances and enemies and all of that, but it still has the potential with certain factions to gain the same monotonous traits that they would have if you played them normally. And Khand being so far away from anyone always suffer with that problem. If you play as Khand, you're almost certainly going to fight against one of Harad, Rhûn, Mordor, Gondor or Dol Amroth, regardless of whether or not it is a Total War campaign or not. So... Oh, there's a general in there. Oh, alright, so everyone but Adriel and 2 units of Wardens are going to head to Finabel. And Adriel is going to kill this guy. We're just going to siege him out. Yud the Just. So I think it serves a good purpose for those campaigns to retain their core features. Similarly, I don't actually have any plans to make Khazad-dûm's campaign start in Khazad-dûm for the Total War submod. I personally am happy for Khazad-dûm to still have to make their way across the map. And now that may cause some issues with some nations not liking that you've walked through their lands. But then you get a choice of which lands to walk through. So you get an option of who you want to hate you and who you want to like you. So it's not all bad. This weekend, I'm going to record a lore video, the second part of the Gondolin video. But I also do hope to dip my toe back into the well of modding, as I've not been in there for some time. And one of the things I hope to do is the removal of the Fangorn region, which I personally think Withered Heath is the best location for it. You will not know anything of this, but in the Better Council or the Better Hall, we've been discussing with the Better Testers, and I apologise if you think the word should be beta, each to their own. And we've been discussing with them, and the 2 candidates were the Withered Heath or to split up Horondor further and add an additional region here. And I personally think I'm in favour of the Withered Heath. The arguments seem to be more strongly for that one, or the arguments for that one took me a little more. And there was more support for the Withered Heath than there was for elsewhere. The only other place I would consider possibly throwing one in is in Rovanion. But that will only serve to either strengthen Dorwinion or Rhûn, whichever one wins their campaign. We'll get that one. So I'm not too sure. I don't think anywhere else really needs any more regions. So I'm taking on the Withered Heath, to be honest. And it will add another dimension and hopefully strengthen the Misty Mountains a little bit more by adding a region. And it will be added just here at the end of the mouth, at the end of the... I don't know what that is, valley, deep cleft. But there will be paths added in around about here and here from the mountains, because otherwise the AI will never get there. They're terrible at pathfinding. Anyway, end the turn again, sorry. But what I also hope to do is implement Racer's changes to the building times and building costs, because I'd quite like to have that set up for when I do the next campaign, which is, of course, closing in upon us with Bree's soon-to-be victory. So I would quite like to get that sorted, and so we can get a bit more testing done on that. Apologies if you can hear me drinking and indeed opening and closing the bottle, for I am not a human. No, other way around, for I am only a human. I'm thirsty. We are making a considerable amount of money. I don't know if that is all from our alliance to Gondor. We should be able to find out. Taxes are at 11,400. Trade is at 22,000. That is amazing. Financial ranking, though, we're still bloody terrible. Although we appear to be... Does that... No, we are way low down in terms of the top 5 factions. Who is that? Ered Luin. Yeah, look at them. Bloody storming it. Territorial ranking, though. Top 5 factions. We are number 2. Get in. Who's beating us? Who is this? No. No. You. Shadow of Mirkwood. Interesting. Ah, the ever looming war that we hope that will kick off between Mirkwood and Mordor. Pray, men, pray that this war begins. Anywho, here we are. The main focus of today is the fall of Rohan's eastern border in Calenhad. Dunhir the Kind comes at us with yawling. I have, to memory, I don't think I've ever fought against Rohan on YouTube. Now, do correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to rack my brains. I don't think I have. This is all going to be new to me. I've never ever played as Rohan either. So a lot of what we're about to see here is pretty much first time for me. Captain Guthlaf. Captain Guthlaf comes with, again, just trash. This is all Rohirric trash, to be honest. And Oswald coming, again, with trash. Some riders. Now, somebody did post a comment about, because everybody is... By now, a lot of people are aware that I dislike cavalry archers wholly and utterly. And a lot of people have said that because my army is filled with perhaps not the best units to deal with cavalry archers, I'm going to hate fighting against Rohan. Because Rohan's recruitment priorities are set to recruit cavalry above all else. And so once they run out of melee cavalry, they go for ranged cavalry. So they will have quite a large assortment of ranged cavalry. And we have to deal with it. Now, what I am thinking here is because cavalry is absolutely useless in cities, so it's kind of in our best interest, that they have a flag that we need to edit as well. And that flag is the texture detail in that. Oh, it's only because that's... One side is always greyer than the other side. Anyway, I can't... I do know how to fix that, but I also don't at the same time, but I'll try and make her remember it. We don't really want there to be a spear on the flag. Anyway, cavalry is useless in cities, so I will probably try... I won't bother trying to rush the square or anything, and we'll hope that their reinforcements who are coming in from the two far corners, let us hope that they push straight for the town square and we can get them there. We have a fair amount of pikes going in. Only 2 units of guardsmen. Oh, we've got another unit, 2 extras of pikes. Fight for your honour! Who is that? Oh, farmhand. They were going first. I'm an hour already! Right, you gentlemen, don't fire at will. Don't run away. Be on defensive. Shift 1. Perfect. I need to put Shift 1 maybe on the mouse, actually. I think that might be better. And then we've got a fair amount of javelin troops who also can stand by. And Lamnan clansmen who are currently hiding. Yeah, that'll do. If anyone comes to try and threaten us, you guys are ready.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Alright. Oh, you masters. I didn't realise they were that good at taking down towers. That was lightning fast. Oh, one of the enemies is coming in from that corner, but that makes no sense.
Through the enemy's walls.
Into
the breach and onto victory.
I didn't think catapults were this good against walls. I mean, they're catapults, obviously, and you know that they're good, but I didn't realise that they were this good. 4 whatever catapults fire, rocks, stones, boulders, catapult shot. I don't know what the word is. 4 of them is enough to bring down a tower. That's madness. Right, but we need to look alive because they are coming straight for us. They're not bothering with the gate. So we can isolate them. Pikes! Just take you all. Just make everybody turn around, basically. Get the javelins in behind. You are now free to fire at will. And archers, team 1. I should press the 1 to select team 1, really. You are also now free to fire at will when you move into position. Guardsmen, Anphilas pikemen, and You guys just... Well, I'll tell you what, actually. Send a unit of guardsmen over there to make sure they don't get flanked. And Laman and Clansmen, just stay where you are. The other unit of guardsmen, just come and stand there. And our 2 generals, ready to chase anyone down. Everybody's free to move. You don't think you need to sprint at this time. The pikemen can't sprint. It should be alright if you'll just walk as you wish. Oh, good shot. Good strike.
We're through the enemy's walls, into the breach, and on to victory.
How are we diddling? Oh, perfect. Our lines are making it. Oh, they are going for the gate. Well, that's interesting. Should have made these a team, really, shouldn't I? Oh, perfect. Oh, you absolute morons. Rohan riders, Amrothian pikemen. Oh, the archers are shooting there. That's foolish. Drop your pikes! Drop your pikes!
You can muster. For the glory of Gondor. We've breached our enemy's walls.
Bloody your spear points!
This pike
If we
line's
continue
down.
like this, we will smash the enemy. We've breached the enemy's walls.
Can you shoot? Oh, you totally can. Yes, please. Shoot the men in the middle. Who else is coming over here? More Rohan riders. Oh, because the first set have already been massacred. Oh dear, Rohan. I didn't realise Rohan were moronic. I thought they at least had a brain cell to share between them. Oh, bugger, he says, just as the enemy appears over the horizon there. Curses. You guys. What's still coming from that way? Anything we really need to worry about? No, not really. Right. You guys swing round. Come out of that mode. Come out of that. Swing round over there. Guardsmen, Lebanon Marines. Not Lebanon Marines. Whatever your name is. You guys move up there. You actual Marines, move up with them. What's coming at us? Imri Hill will handle that, actually. I've just realised that whoever has come from that bottom corner, has just flooded round the edge. He's not bothered with the town at all. Move them over there. Some yawling axemen in there that I'd like you to go and meet. Imri Hill is about to hit the line. Right on the corner. Solid charge. Oh, look, they have golden hair. Now, another point as well, which I noticed. Good catch from someone noticed it and mentioned it. I can't remember who it was. I apologise for that. But in the last Bree episode, one of our Breeland units, had an Umbar flag. I'm not entirely certain why or what this was because of, but I will look into it and I'll find that problem.
Spear points!
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
The enemy has been really hit hard by our... Oh, good lord, Dunhere the Kind has died. Where's Dunhere the Kind then? Oh, look at that! One of those absolutely lucky as hell catapult shots has brought him down.
They have lost half their men.
That is so good to see.
Fight for your honor! Bloody your spear points!
Oh, don't get trapped over there. I think we've killed most of them now. The glory of Gondor! Catapults are basically out. Right, if you are actually out. Or can you still fire? No, you can still get another shot off. Ah, no, you can't. Right, pick up your catapult and just get out. You guys who have moved over here, you don't need to be over there at all. Move over there. Who still stands out here?
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
Yawling militia, keep them in position. And Imri Hill arrives.
Our men have slain the enemy general.
And he's down.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Alright, well, we've got to go in. So, archers. I know you've been shooting the enemy for some time, but now's your chance to really get in there. No. Archers, you guys just run to there. You, gentlemen, run to there. And then we'll go in with the farmhand and the amphalas. Farmhand, you're going there. Amphalas, you're going through the main gate. Pikes, you're going to go through that gate. Oh dear, guardsmen have already gone through. You guys are going to go through that one. And 125 of you just come and sort of stand there for now. If I haven't mentioned you, you're not needed.
Fear nothing and fight well.
Oh, hello, there's troops coming from over there. We'll...
Fear nothing and fight well.
come and ensure that we don't get sort of flanked or anything. You guys finished as well? Pick up those catapults and just get them out of the way. Those guardsmen are just going for it. Pull them out, we've got better troops coming. You've fought? That's not a word. You've fought heroically, men, but I've sent you a little further than I needed to. Lamin clansmen, yet to have used them properly, actually. They're going to murder those Yawling militia because they're effective against armor and they have a 7 attack. With the removal of the Peacekeepers, the Lamin clansmen have become one of Gondor's better early tier units.
Smash the enemy.
Alright, is everyone in position?
The enemy are badly bloodied.
Pikes down.
They have lost half their men.
Have you guys finished throwing your javelins yet? They almost have. There they are.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Up we go, and in we go. Oh, Imrahil, get out of there. You're not needed. Pull away. Through the doors. Perfect. Have we won over here? Yes, we have. Lamin clansmen, you're not really needed. Oh, actually, I tell you what, run through there.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
You go with them. As we press in, zoom in a bit. Farmhand pikemen taking on Rohan bodyguards and they're going to slaughter them. Well, the Amphalas are having a bit of a trouble, actually, but the Dol Amrothians are not. The enemy is just fleeing in droves. What are we up to? 13% of our army is done. I didn't realise Rohan was such a pathetic peasant militia style faction. I don't even think this is necessary, this riding these guys around the edge.
The enemy general lies dead.
Times 6. Just send everyone in now.
The flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Just overwhelm them with numbers.
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory! Our men are in command. We've lost control of the castle.
There we are. Our troops are coming up from the back now. Oh, and it's over. 332. 703. 623. 2 of his survived. 4,312. Oh, no way. All of that and the top kills was still Imrahil. On, what, 3 charges? It's madness. 125 Amrothian pikemen, they gained some experience. Well done, men. A formidable victory. And unfortunately, something that sets the tone of how the war against Rohan's going to go. It's going to be an absolute doddle. I am, however, going to... I hope my diplomat's en route. I'm going to try and buy Caer Andros from Gondor. That's my plan. I'm sure they'll agree. Hopefully. Who knows? Oh, something interesting to note. I've been reading the Norse mythology book, as I was saying. And almost straight away in the book, like in the introductory gumph about, and sort of toward the creation of the world section, because it's kind of like a chronological order of the myths of Norse, of the Norsemen. And almost straight away a name from Lord of the Rings has popped out. Or rather, straight away it became evident that the Lord of the Rings, or Tolkien, has taken almost all of his names from Norse myths. Because Durin, the, of course, father of the Longbeards in Middle-earth and one of the 7 founding fathers of the dwarves, the only one to not be buried or not to be put to sleep with somebody else, i.e. alone. He also happens to be the second in command of the ruler of all the dwarves in Norse mythology, which I did not know. So it's an interesting learning experience so far. Now you might be noting, how comes Gondor managed to put so many towers around this region? And the answer, of course, is that they did not. But courtesy of El Monstero, one of our better testers, one of our better beta testers, he went around the region. Certain nations I suggested would have historically built, say, XYZ, built towers here or forts there because they've been nations for quite a long time. They've been at war for quite a long time. So they might have done various things to ensure their nation's safety. And Gondor and Dol Amroth are some of those nations. So a lot of their regions now have pre-built towers to reflect that they would have spent a large chunk of the past years preparing for this exact situation. Why am I going to Umbar? What am I doing for Umbar? Oh, I'm giving them Ammonite then, aren't I? Well, let's go for that city because we know that won't walk. And don't I have another diplomat? Yes.
Yes, my lord.
Where's the nearest Gondorian thing? That guy. Oh, but I'm happy to cheat diplomats, actually, aren't I? So what's your name? Hanian. I need to go around and redo those retrainings I've just done, or they'll just be wasted money.
My lord, 'tis good to see you, my friend. How can we help?
Make demand. Give me your region of Caer Andros. I'll give you everything I currently own. And I will tribute you an extra, I don't know, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. So you're getting about 100,000 overall. Yes! Yes, Gondor!
Accept this one, an honor and a pleasure. Farewell.
You marvellous bastards. And they gave us troops as well. Excellent. Excellent. Caer Andros is ours! Now let's just hope Mordor gets Hen at the Noon, and then Gondor will only focus on the east, or the west, sorry, and they'll bugger off. You there. Minister doesn't need a general. Oh dear, no. Oh, Captain Hurin. Faramir is their faction leader. It's still in the line of Denethor. That's good. I wonder what he'll do now, whether he'll cross the river. Oh, I bet he will. Now we've just got to try and buy Hen at the Noon. Or hope that it falls. Come on, Mordor. Get your bloody act together. I don't want to attack Mordor yet, though. No spank you. Right, where was I going around retraining? So you need to retrain. Go for it. Tell you what, let's just go around every city. I know that's dull. You can retrain, but you can't really. You can't. Oh, you can. No, you can't. Soon. Is it only Ministerial? There we are. And we're back. And end the term. I really hope... it's so annoying, that army that's just moved out of Caer Andros, though, because, as I say, I really just want Gondor to bugger off. If they can totally focus on the west, they will get the drop on Isengard. They won't come through our lands to hit Rohan. They just won't. Especially given now that we've taken Calenhad, meaning Rohan is quite far away. Oh, Calenhad get a horse breeders guild. That's cool. We're still making 12,000, even though... oh dear. Tarnos, I'll take some mines, thank you. Oh, that's another thing I hope to do at the weekend, is make mines better. The plan is to make mines... Oh, I put roads in. Why did I go for mines before roads? That was silly. Oh, they were just all repairs. Where was Angbarost? Which one is Angbarost? Oh, where Angbor died. There, yes. Gondor are just trapped next to our city at the moment. Not doing anything, annoyingly. Oh, I've also restricted this military academy, which Gondor and Dol Amroth both get. That can now only be built in castles. I don't know if I said that in the last episode. Apologies if I did. But it should now give castles even more of a focus as the main military centres and take a little bit away from the towns. The Orcs of the Misty Mountains and the Dwarves of Erebor have just allied. That's an interesting one. I'll tell you what. Let's form an army up here.
Awaiting your command.
Maintain order!
That can have 3 troops staying behind. So if we take everything except you, we don't really need the catapults or the ballast actually, so those can stay. Ministers can just train new troops. Leave, I don't know, those.
Onward!
Ah, Gondor will get involved, won't they? Ah, yes, look, Rohan ran away because Gondor will get involved. That's not, no need to. 665, come off it. Loads of Rohirrim generals have died there. Is that 3? My word. We want the front line to be Calenhad. We don't want this army knocking around behind our lines.
Captain of Gondor.
Maintain order!
Thank you, Gondor, joining in. What are you building at the moment? The Citadel, then you're getting a governor's quarters, then you're building a barracks. You can have a hell of a lot of upkeep. No, you can't. 3 free upkeep, that's it. Oh, no wonder we're getting a governor's quarters. This place, when it gets to full, can have 6 units. At the minute, we've only got 3. Getting gear, lads. We're making 14,000, even with a 10,000 per turn tribute. Good God.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, and I was cheating you around, wasn't I? Oh, it doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter as much.
Approaching their dignitary.
We'll ask for some money for it, though, I think. Bugger off, mate. You're not welcome here. What are you doing knocking around our borders? You can jog right on. Oh, no, you don't want to build anything after a Mason's Hall. Anything that is in the queue after a building which reduces costs will not affect the buildings you've already queued up. Oh, well done, Barragund. Welcome to the family. Who have you joined? There you are. You're now the son of Istian, despite being only 7 years younger than him. Marvellous. Excellent addition. Although Elfir is our current actual heir, and he's now... and Aragorn has been born into the family. If we wait long enough, we'll have an actual bloodline. Although, with the downfall of Rohan, I think we'll probably win. Which is a shame, because I'm bloody loving this one. Should have done a long campaign. But Rohan's probably got getting on for 9 regions. If we take them out, we'll easily win. It just depends if Mordor attacks us, I suppose. We could do with this being a bit more beefed up than it currently is. Can you train? Yeah, look, you can train 2 more of those, so send those up to Minas Tirith. Well, send those to Esnos. That one to Minas Tirith.
As you wish.
Minas Tirith is losing people. Quite a lot, actually. Anyway, another end turn, I believe. I imagine Rohan will attack Calenhad, but this army under Barragund is not going to leave this area. This is going to be our anti-Mordor move around and make sure Mordor don't cause trouble army. But now here's the real crux.
My dear friends, what can we do for you today?
I'll change the tribute, right? Call it 20,000. We'll go for 8 turns, because I'm nice like that. And all I want is Hen of the Noon. Ah, they're not happy about that. I've only got 140 to give you.
Do you think this meeting was disappointing?
I was going to pay you 20,000 for all those turns. You're only going to bloody lose it. Now, I'll tell you what we should do. Ah, perfect. If we stop Faramir walking round the city, he'll never be able to go and support. Oh, I can't move outside. I can't move outside. Yes. Stand there. No one can get past you there, can they?
Ready
no.
your weapons. March,
so if we get Barragund to go and stand there, then Faramir can never assist Hen of the Noon, and Hen of the Noon should hopefully fall, and then Faramir will then sod off. That's my thinking. Let's end the turn. This will be the last turn, though. This will be the end of episode whatever this is. 12, I think. Episode number 12. So, an interesting plans ahead. Some nice changes to the simple coding changes, but they have big effects, and that's what I like. And, of course, do stay tuned for the lore video. But, of course, there's a Bree video before then. I'm still thinking that Bree will be a couple of weeks before it ends, which, as I say, is brilliant. It gives me enough time to do some final bits and bobs to the campaign that I hope to bring to you all. Not that I hope, that I will. Lynn here built roads. I will take a Master Mason's Hall, actually. Karasast upgraded to a large town. Our money is a bit low on the ground, but I'll also take a Master Mason's. Minas Tirith built its army barracks. Oh, we kept Dol Amroth Men at Arms. 2 units that can retrain, but that's not right. Finabel got its towers. Amrunithel built its Mason's Hall. And there we are. Oh no, don't build anything here. Why did I even build a Mason Hall here? Oh. How much do we think Umbar will pay us for Amrunithel?
Always happy to deal with you.
I want military access. I want map information on both sides. I'm going to give you this region because I'm a nice, benevolent overlord. Single payment or... yeah, single payment. Let's try 20, 1, 2, 3. Oh, lovely. That'll do. I don't want to push it too far. I don't want to risk it.
How could we refuse? Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell.
Although they had more than enough money. Rohan and Lothlorien are now allies. Lothlorien and Mirkwood have declared a truce. So the elves have gone in against us. Fools! Oh, and our plan has worked. Our plan has totally worked. Faramir cannot get across to help Hen of the Noon. Oh, Hurin is actually the best. Captain General Hurin is better than their faction leader, who is currently Faramir the Steward. But that's all good. And Amrunithel now joins with Umbar, so Adrihil, you might as well go home. Oh no, you're 82. You've still got another... You're in your prime, really. Why don't you go down to Finabel, link up with the forces there, and we'll head out and we'll take another region.
Let us set up camp here.
Oh, I'll tell you what we can do with our vast sums of money. Have I still got a fleet somewhere? Admiral Derverin.
Foreigners of the fleet!
Oh, you're quite a way up there, though, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Are you the only admiral we've got?
We can go no further.
Ah, no, there's Admiral Bymeldir. Oh, yeah, he's substantially better than you. Bymeldir, head back to Dol Amroth.
A fine day to sail.
Dol Amroth,
We can
we
go
want
no
some
further.
better forces. You're a rubbish training centre. Good God. You don't even have a barracks. Or a fiefdom barracks. Building great roads there, apparently. Well, that's a shame. I was going to train a nice army, but I can't really. It's just a standard... And there's nothing elite about any of those troops. Might as well just take the garrison that is in Finabel. It's good enough.
Ready your
Yeah,
weapons.
we'll just build an army out of that lot. Oh, they got those guys.
As
Take
you
those
wish.
guys. Oh, we could do with some sight up here, actually. Who's the spare one? You there.
Protect the blood of Numenor.
Come and build me some towers. Thank you very much. I don't know what to do about this guy.
Get me, you.
Maintain order.
We could take most of those out.
By your command. Slay them. They are gone from these lands.
There they are. They're dead.
Watch for the enemy. Onward.
You guys sit up there and just govern. Oh, they went into the fort. Yeah, but they're not a threat anymore, are they? So I need this army to die. I'll probably fight that army in the next battle, and then we can head west and secure the border and take Aldburg, a proper Rohan town. Unfortunately, they've turned Galahad into... Oh, only a castle. Oh, brilliant. So we can turn that into an Amrothian design again. All is not lost. But for now, I think that's it. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have, because I've bloody loved it. But until we speak again, dear friends, Navarin Aden Pedimad Melonin, and farewell.